Critics are hating the Mario movie? It's time for the latest news out of animation. The Super Mario Bros. Movie has been more polarizing than people expected. Illumination put an embargo on professional reviews and only lifted it one day before the film was released. This is a pretty classic pattern among companies expecting negative feedback, and they sure got hit with it when the reviews were posted. Empire called the infamously bad 1993 live-action movie more creative than Illumination's take on Mario. And they were far from the only critics to not like the new film, which currently sits at 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, this isn't as bad as it looks. A 54% tomato meter is close to being even, with about the same number of critics liking and disliking the movie. Not bad, but far from the knockout Illumination was likely hoping for. Once you get past the negative-positive split of the reviews, the actual consensus seems pretty clear. The movie is extremely pretty, gorgeously animated, and full of Easter eggs for longtime fans. But it doesn't have a ton of plot. Action sequences boil down to get the power-up equals win, and the celebrity voice cast is a disappointment. Hardly surprising when Chris Pratt as Mario was a massive joke as soon as the casting was announced. A lot of fans are getting defensive about this reaction, claiming that they like the movie and that professional critics are too tough to ever please. But there are fan takes that bring up clear negatives with the film even while liking it overall. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves is in an almost identical position to the Mario movie. It's an adaptation of a long-running franchise looking to connect with a broad popular audience. It combines references to the original property with a simple, easy-to-follow plot just like the Mario movie. It even hit theaters on March 31st, prior to Mario's April 5th premiere. And critics ate it up! Honor Among Thieves has a 90% tomato meter, barely behind the audience's 94%. Even people who aren't major fans of D&D love that film. It speaks to a different amount of commitment. Seth Rogen admitted outright that he wasn't going to bother with the voice while voice acting Donkey Kong. You can't put Chris Pratt in the main role over Mario's video game voice actor Charles Martinet and expect the same level of passion. The only one of the cast who has gotten consistently good reactions is Jack Black, who clearly enjoyed his role as Bowser. Good for him, but compare that to the D&D movie cast who actually played the game together to help get into character before filming started. Some movies really care. Just look at how much stuff Sony's been able to put into Across the Spider-Verse.